Hello guys, Josh from 2000 here, and welcome to another episode of Comic Book Carnage. And man, I have got a load to get through. And I also have more here to read and review. So yep, without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it. The first one I'm gonna do is Deathstroke versus Batman, or Deathstroke number 23. 23? No, 32. Basically with this, Deathstroke and Batman end up fighting each other, and it starts with them fighting because Deathstroke has been hired by this old superhero to take him down, because this guy wants to die the way he should have lived, by trying to defeat a supervillain, because it has something to do with his team and what happened with his team. I don't know that much about the character, but I know that there's a really kick-ass panel in this where Slade just takes out his pistol and just goes bang, even after Batman has told him that he's going to be teleported to a watchtower and he's going to be looked after. So yep, another solid issue, not much to complain about. Deathstroke has well and truly returned to form. It's now one of my favourite pickups. Next, Old Man Hawkeye number 5. I actually thought it was only a 5-part series, but turns out there's going to be a number 6 coming in the works. So we'll see what happens with that. This one is actually, the symbiotes have been shown throughout the series. This is the first time Hawkeye actually confronts them, and he barely gets away. It's really close, but at the same time it's a really enjoyable read. Develops the characters, and we also find out some other stuff that I'm not going to spoil. Next, we have the first two of the Prelude to the Weddings. We have Prelude to the Wedding 1 and Prelude to the Wedding 2, which is part 1 and part 2, which are the lead up to Batman getting married in the Batman series, which I will actually pick up in issues because I want to read that. I want to see what the hell happens with that. So we've got Robin versus Ra's al Ghul, which is the first one. I don't know why they had to make Damian the first one. That problem with DC is Damian's like Marmite. Some people like him, some people hate him, but yet they still keep ramming him down your throat, which, I mean, he's the leader of the Teen Titans now. I'm still not happy about that, but whatever. I don't hate Damian. If there's a good writer on him, I definitely feel like I'd enjoy it, but it's just, the character has the potential, but it's just, he's written to be a brat all the time, and it grates and it gets annoying, and it gets to the point where you just wish other characters would just drop kick him and be done with it. But he wasn't showing that too much in this. He was actually a bit more endearing in this, which I actually really enjoyed. There was a bit where he's had these visions because of Raz, or Raish, or however the heck you say that name. I'm not going to try and please everybody. I say Raish or Raz. It depends. Raish al Ghul. I tend to say Raish. If you guys don't like that, I'm sorry. It's just the way I've always said it. Raish al Ghul. It's just sounded more natural to me, but I don't, you know, I'm not really that bothered. Raish, Raz, whatever the hell you want to pronounce it as. I've always said Raish. I'm sticking with it. But anyway, it was an okay read. I can definitely see. Thing is, this one, my local comic book store, I went to get it the day after it came out, it was gone. They said it was literally a case of they put it up on the shelf and it was gone within a few hours. And I think it can definitely tell, because this one, it's why I've actually gone to my comic book store on Wednesday today instead of Thursday. It was to try and avoid that happening with the Batgirl one. But I have a feeling there'll probably still be some of them when I go in next, because I think it really does show which ones the fans care about. And also, can I just say for a second, why is Harley getting one of these? Harley versus Joker, but why is Tim Drake not getting one? I don't read Detective Comics. Is he still out of action? I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. If you could let me know in the comments, just clear that up for me, because I'm just confused. Why is Tim not getting one? Why does DC keep shafting Tim? Tim is, for me, my favourite Robin is Tim. My favourite character that they became, as in terms of what they became after they were Robin, my favourite character was Jason, obviously. And Richard, for me, has always been Batman's favourite. He's always been the one Batman was most proud of. That's just the way I've always seen it, and Damian is the blood son. That's always the way I've seen their kind of like their relationship. Put these behind me, and basically, anyway, back to this one. Where was I? Yes, he has a conversation with Catwoman, and it's a bit like, look, you know, we both aren't perfect. She's like, I steal more than I help people, and you used to be an assassin. I think we should look after each other, you know. Both of us aren't exactly saints here. So, you get that kind of little bit at the end with her and Selena. And each bit sets up the next one, so it flows nicely. This one sets up Riddler versus Batgirl at the end, and this one sets up the whole Nightwing Hush thing at the end, I do believe. So, yep. Anyway, part 2, Nightwing versus Hush. Basically, the premise is Nightwing, Superman decide to take Batman on a stag do, and it goes horribly wrong. Nightwing ends up fighting Hush. Him and Hush end up in some kind of pocket dimension, like, weird thing, and they end up escaping. He ends up escaping, but Hush gets left behind. And it's kind of just an exploration of the character of Hush and of Dick Grayson, and there you go. I found it kind of interesting what they pulled with Hush, because they're told if they want to survive, go to a place where their memories are the strongest. So Hush is unconscious, so Nightwing carries Hush to Wayne Manor, because he presumes, you know, he grew up with Bruce Wayne, I grew up with Bruce Wayne. Both of our emotional connections are going to be strongest here, so it's best if we make our stand here. But you actually find out in Hush's thoughts that that's not the case. Hush is actually really weakest here, because this is what started all of his confusion and his vendetta. So, yep. I really like this one. Solid. I could see why it sold out so quickly. And also, come on, it's Nightwing. Nightwing is pretty much everybody's favourite Robin. Minus mine. I'm weird. Just, yeah. Anyway, so next video I will probably be covering I don't know, No Man of Steel comics. I've got 1 and 2. Hellblazer I need to read. This I actually picked this one up in a back issue packet. My place do a packet of 3 back issues for £1. And this one, I picked this one up because the cover just looked cool, and I thought, why the heck not? Let's give Hellblazer another shot. Because I only read volume 1. Also, we have Spawn 286, which I'm actually really enjoying at the moment. It's Spawn in prison, still is, and he's letting them know how it's gonna go down. So I'll have more in-depth reviews for these, and also the second part of this. I'm not sure if I'm going to review the G.I. Joe ones or the other ones I got in the blind bag packets, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.